What is going on, everybody? Taylor here, and today I'm going to be talking about episode 5 of Loki. Guys, oh my gosh, I am loving this series more and more with every single episode that we get. This one was so much fun getting to spend time with a bunch more Lokis. Like, old Loki is amazing. Seeing Richard E. Grant in basically anything makes me so happy because he just always looks like he's having the time of his life, having a blast. Really enjoyed getting to spend time with that character and learn about his timeline with Kid Loki and learn about his timeline, what he did to create a Nexus event, what got him in trouble with the TVA. We got to see Alligator Loki, which I'm pretty sure the internet has simultaneously decided is basically the best version of Loki, and we all want to keep it around. And also, I need a plush version of Alligator Loki immediately, so let's all work on that because amazing stuff right there, honestly. This world was just so much fun. Like, just being put into a world of a bunch of Lokis from a bunch of different timelines who all have their own mischievous things that they've been up to. We got to see President Loki, who absolutely is just top tier stuff right there. Like, that whole scene was just brilliant, and you can see our Loki just completely being done with all of it. Just, he's giving himself a headache by having to be around other versions of himself where he's super done. He has his mission that he's trying to accomplish and he just doesn't want to deal with any of them, which I think was a great way to probably show how other MCU characters have felt around our version of Loki whenever he's trying to do anything. So seeing him put in that situation was really, really funny. I basically just melted inside and turned to mush when we got our Sylvie and Loki scenes, because I don't care what any internet morality police activists are trying to tell me. They definitely have romantic chemistry and it's adorable. Like, I don't care if you don't like it. I really don't care. They have romantic chemistry. The second that they saw each other and then sat there and Mr. Smooth criminal frickin' dork Loki, who was very subtly enchanting that blanket around the both of them and just being like, we can figure this out together. Like, their chemistry is so good. It's really cute. Like, I don't get why everyone is suddenly grossed out by or turned off by any form of romance. Like, I don't get it. Like, if people are just trying to look way too far into, like, oh, they're the same person, but they're not, but it's like they're siblings, but it's like, no. Like, there's clearly romantic chemistry. The writers and actors have talked about this. Like, that is what they're doing, and it's very clear that they're both acting like awkward teenagers with a crush that don't really know how to navigate it, and it's adorable, and I'm here for it. So that's cool. I didn't actually think we were going to get that angle after what Star Wars did to us. So I'm pretty stoked about that and seeing how that develops. I'm hoping they both survive this series, but who knows, man. I've been betrayed before, so we'll see what happens there. But I do think that it was really, really cool to have a moment where they've decided that first of all, Sylvie pruned herself in the hopes that if she did so, she would find the void at the end of time that Renslayer has told her that Mobius and Loki have been sent to, like everyone who gets pruned. So when she realizes Renslayer isn't actually going to help her, she prunes herself hoping that she'll find Loki, and then they can figure out who's actually running the TVA and how to take it down from there. So first of all, she does that, which I was like, yes. Then, when she finds Loki, they're both clearly so incredibly relieved to see each other. I love that we're getting to spend more time with Mobius as well, and that in this episode, we get to see him get back to the TVA. We don't know what happens to him after he gets there, but we see he's going back there. He says he's going to burn it to the ground. I'm super for that. Really hope we get to see more of what he's up to in the next episode. I'm sure we will. But then you have Sylvie just shows up and she's like, so here's my plan. I think I can enchant Eliath and we can get it to show us where we need to go, who's actually running this show. And Loki and all of the other Lokis are just like, what? Like, they just, it's so funny because they all clearly, like, Loki's clearly always have a plan, right? They always are scheming and have a plan for something. And I love it that Sylvie's is the plan that actually works, that she knows what she's doing, she's running the show. Just fantastic stuff. And then, not only that, she's like, that you've got old Loki coming in to also be part of the plan and save the day. We're seeing him do things we've never seen a Loki do before. Same that happened with Sylvie when she was doing her enchanting the first time that we ever saw it. But then, she's also like, we're stronger than we think we are. And Loki, you can totally do the enchanting with me and you can help me and we can do this together. And they take each other's hand and they make it happen. And at the very end of the episode, we see it opening up and they're hand in hand and they're going to walk into whatever this is together. And I'm excited but also terrified to see where this goes because I have a feeling not everyone's going to make it out of this alive, and I'm really scared of that. Like, I've kind of been conditioned now that writers and people who make films and books and television, whatever else, like to use character deaths as shock value. They like to use that as a clever storytelling device. And it has burned me every single time. I always, hate it that that's what people do to try and get you to be emotional about things. Like, that's the only way they know how to make you feel something. And I really personally hate it, so I'm very scared that that's what we're going to get at the end of this series. However, it's fine. It'll totally be fine, guys. But I'm very excited to see who we end up meeting in this next episode, if we actually figure out who's behind all of this at the TVA. I'm very much on board with the theory that a lot of people are throwing around, is that it's another Loki that's behind all of this. It would make sense thematically for them to be two versions of Loki. So Loki and Sylvie, who are very much trying to better themselves, find a purpose, be something other than the one who is, there to create mischief and bring pain and feel outcast and all of these things that we've seen attached to these other Lokis that we've met. And to have them face someone who is just being the ultimate chaotic, mischievous version who's running this whole thing, and to see what that would look like for them to have to confront that. If it's not that, cool, we'll see what they've got for us. But I just think that's probably where it's going to end up going, which I'm really, really excited for. If it's not that, I'm also really excited because this series has continued to excite and impress me. Haven't even touched on the score yet, but I've loved the score for this whole series. It has been so good. It's really enhanced and added to the dramatic moments, and it's really just been such a great companion to this series. It's really helped to bring out emotions in the right way, to push forward the story beats. It's done exactly what it's supposed to do, but it's also been memorable on top of all of that, which is always great. So I'm loving that element as well. I just love this show aesthetically, the way that they've chosen, if I could talk, that would be great. The way they've chosen to shoot it, the stylistic choices they've made, it just feels a lot in the way that WandaVision felt, where they're just committed to their vision and they're going for it. And is it weird? And is it a little bit crazy sometimes? And is it just magical? Yes. Yes, it is. And I really love that. I love this phase of the MCU where we're getting to explore these moments, which is why I'm very, very excited for the next Doctor Strange movie, where we're gonna get into the multiverse. We're gonna see the uses of powers like this. I'm hoping in Multiverse of Madness, we're obviously gonna get Doctor Strange. I hope we get Wanda. I hope that we end up with Loki. Don't know if that's gonna happen. Hoping we get Captain Marvel as well, and we really get like just these top tier, extremely powerful, just yes, like that's why I'm hoping that the Loki and Sylvie survive this, and we get to see more of them. I'm really hoping that we do. But what did you guys think of this episode? I would love to hear your thoughts. I would love to hear what you think we're gonna get in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for checking this out. If you want to find me on social media, all my links are down in the description. I also have a link to my Patreon down there where I'm getting questions together for a Q&A video that I'm going to put out. If you want to be a part of that, you can check that out. Thank you guys so much for all of your continued support, and I will see you next time.